Previously on Chosen Ones. As a group enters a cavern, they encounter an enormous kraken. They realize it has already taken damage, suggesting it might have already been in a fight. The beast sustains significant damage despite its many resistances, resulting in it coughing up a mysterious figure. After enduring a tough battle, they ultimately kill the kraken. The defeat leads to the revelation of the previously thought dead leader of the Nine, none other than Nine himself. They tell the party that nothing can truly die within the cavern, including themselves. The sword singer had been fighting with the kraken alone for 2 decades as their elven sword was only recently able to be recalled. The party discusses their search for the Black Heart and locating the sea beast's box, which Shui, Nine, and Brandy all seem to be able to hear. They decide to rest for now, hoping the kraken will stay dead.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. On we'll go.
So where we left off last time, you guys had just managed to find this little kind of pocket where it didn't seem like there was anything around you that was hostile, so you decided to use this opportunity to take a short rest before continuing. So we are still currently in that short rest. Your current party is obviously the 4 of you, and then Miffy, Essence, and Melren, who have kind of moved up in the cavern. There is an area, like these rocks that you can get out of the water. If you want to sit up on land, you do still have that effect in place where your bubbles will pop back on if you go back under. And you see Nine has gone to the opposite end to sit on one of those rock formations. There's some little bioluminescent mushrooms. Melren seems to be laughing because Essence still can only speak in lies, so she's trying so hard to talk to Melren, and it's not working, and Miffy's translating.
So at least she knows then about Essence's like affliction, right?
It seems that she's caught on, yeah.
Okay, got it. I hate you. I think you're ugly.
I hope we get divorced.
Damn, Essence moving fast a little bit.
Miffy's like, hey, calm it down.
Yeah, slow down there, bud.
I'm glad Miffy joined us. I think after, like during their rest, after some time passes, Shui is going to approach Nine, because from last session, Nine was asking Brandy and Shui about like if they would join the 9, the 11, the 12, whatever, I don't know. Was asking them if they would join, and Shui, I don't think really gave like a definitive answer.
He was like too starstruck.
Yeah.
When you come up, 9 is like counting on their fingers and it's like, so that's 1, 2, 3. That would be 12. I don't want to change my name.
9?
Hmm?
Do you have a second?
I have a lot of seconds since we've decided to stay here to rest.
He looks at the ground and kind of like clenches his fists a little bit, and he's like, earlier you asked me if I wanted to join the 9, right?
Right. Name might be changed, given everything. But yes.
That's been my dream since I was really little. I've always wanted to join the 9.
Well, I thought there were only 9 people that really would qualify, I guess, to join. I didn't know that there was another, which means yours must be pretty new.
He nods his head. He's like, yeah, my beast blade is new. I think it's different from everyone else's, but I don't know everything about it.
Well, the blades are usually created by a being of some kind. They don't have control always who they connect to. That kind of depends on the person.
Do you think then that it could connect to yourself?
If you were a god, sure. They laugh.
Shui doesn't laugh.
But that would be ridiculous. Why would a god give themselves an elfin sword?
I got this from Mizuni. And it lets me talk to someone named Ibishu.
I've heard that name a long time ago.
If you're gonna be traveling with us through the rest of the cave, it'll probably come up sooner or later. But I think me and Ibishu are the same. Something happened to Ibishu all those years ago, and he became me. And I don't know why or how, but I think my parents, Sumi and Shinkai, had something to do with it.
They probably do. I probably know about it.
Sorry.
No, they seem like they're deep in thought.
All right. She's just kind of like, what? What do you mean?
Well, I really should find Sumi, honestly. You know where she is?
No, but that music box, it sounds familiar. I think if we follow it, we might find Sumi.
Weird deduction. But sure, if you think so. You're her son, after all.
I don't... I really want to join the 9, but I don't think I can right now. Brandy, Theo, and Avayath, I think I want to adventure with them for a little bit longer.
Not used to people turning me down for that kind of thing.
I don't mean
It's a great honor.
I know, he says. I still have a lot of growing up to do. And I don't want to disappoint anyone if I'm in the 9, you know? Everyone I met has been so great so far. I don't think I'm the same level.
I suppose that makes sense.
I'm better than you.
Oh no, that doesn't make sense at all.
Just kidding.
Well, it gives me more time to workshop our name then, and they wink to you.
I'm glad you understand. You know, we've been trying to come up with a name for our, I guess, group too, but we haven't. It's hard.
4.
The 4?
I'm kidding.
That'd
be too confusing with the 9. It's too close to mine.
We should call ourselves the 4.
There are 4 of us.
I know, that's
1,
what
2,
I'm
3.
This implies that Brandy's shouting over to Avayath who's in the water because Brandy's the only one who sounds far away.
Yeah.
That's funny. Can I ask you a question then? Just really quickly.
Sure.
Is it true? Is it true that you got your sword when you were 1 year old?
Nope. They shake their head no. Who told you that?
Oh, it was just a rumor going around town.
I would not have been able to pick up a greatsword when I was 1.
Well, they said that you had the strength of like 100 men at 1 year old.
I wished. I'd say I had a pretty normal childhood.
They also said you could speak 12 different languages.
I don't think that's true either. 3.
Well, when did you get your sword then?
Actually, only about a year before I started trying to make the 9. I was the last of our group to get one, so there wasn't really a push for me to draw people together before that.
Huh. What made you want to make the 9? I mean, the stories say that you wanted to help out the Chosen One and stuff, but why did you really want to make the 9?
It's just more fun traveling in a group, don't you think?
Yeah, I do.
Sure, I could do stuff on my own, and that would be fine, but I think it's honestly really satisfying to bring people together who you don't think will work out. And show them that they're wrong and they can work together. They smile.
How long were you guys traveling together before you went your separate ways?
Couple decades. We didn't last as long as people put the rumors out. We didn't gather officially all together for more than a few decades. A lot of it was just trying to find the others. And I called us the Nine from the get-go because I knew we'd get everyone.
Even the king, huh?
Their face falls. Trust me, when I started this, I didn't expect a king to be one of the nine, let alone several.
Several?
Oops. Ignore that part.
Wait.
They like wave a hand.
Oh, okay.
That one's been long forgotten anyway, you wouldn't know them. We made sure of that.
Forgotten?
Shoot. They like, I said too much again. Like,
We met all the other members of the Nine, except for Avayath. Sorry, Yaga's master.
yeah, that's probably the one. Shoot. I mean, definitely that's not the one. That's not the Forgotten King. Shoot!
Wait, Yaga's master is a king?
No, not anymore. I mean, never was one. To begin with. They're looking at you with, like, a very, like, tense expression.
He doesn't believe. I was like,
oh, really? You don't believe this?
I should state the
swab,
obvious. He don't believe.
I don't know how Avayath would respond to that.
Pish posh.
That doesn't sound right. No.
Just pretending he didn't hear that.
Okay, awesome.
I didn't hear that.
Takes 9 at face value and is just like, just must have slipped up there. Probably not right.
Yeah, that would be a pretty big deal if he were the Forgotten King.
It would be, which is why it's impossible.
Why is it impossible?
The name itself, the Forgotten King, which you've probably never heard of, and they like looked it up again, implies forgotten, which would mean you know Malik. So not synonymous.
Okay.
Can't argue with that logic.
Yep. She is just like, we were planning on finding 6 after this anyway, so maybe we can ask them.
Good luck.
Wait, why?
If they don't want to be found, they won't be.
But we have to find him.
Why? He was the first to split from our group. He didn't want anything to do with us. He didn't want anything to do with anything.
Yeah, that sounds about right from what I remember of him. It seems he has some important information regarding my friend Rue, who's at the Capitol right now.
Oh, you've got a friend in the capital.
Yes. She's not there willingly. Unfortunate situation, but Malik should be able to help us with that, hopefully.
And she asked you to bring him to the capital.
Well, she just asked us to talk with him.
Okay. That sounds better then.
Is there a reason why it would be a problem to bring him to the capital?
He has a couple abilities that make it, I would say it would be better for him not to be in the presence of, the king.
I don't understand. Okay. He never told me about any such abilities.
I know they're strong. I know that for sure. And I don't remember the rest. So, sorry.
Well, I can ask him about it when we meet him, if he'll answer.
Probably won't. Tell me, Shui, do you have memory issues? Just curious. You said you're Sumi's son.
At first, I didn't think that I did, because how would I know if I were missing memories? But yes, I do have memory problems.
And you think you're a god?
I don't just think.
He definitely is one. I saw it firsthand.
Okay, I'm putting a couple things together. They like nod. Shui, do you know what your mother's spark is?
He blinks. Like,
Did you know that she had one?
no one ever told me.
That makes sense. They nod again. Like,
Wait, what is her spark?
Sumi has the ability to make people forget things on a very large scale.
That's annoying.
Not cool.
What do you? She did this? She made me forget?
Probably. Could have been Shenkai. They actually can share her spark.
Hmm?
It's part of their connection. It's the way her spark evolved. She can share it with one other person. That's part of the reason I'm having some trouble recalling things and why it would be good to meet her again. I know that we had some kind of plan in place that we went to the capital for, but obviously everyone having those memories would have been problematic. So we forgot them. Then no one could get information out of us, and Sumi promised to give them back when the time was right. 4 and 6 weren't a fan of that, so they weren't involved in the plan at all and went off on their own.
Theo bites his lip and he like says in Brandy's mind, messing with memories, huh?
Yeah.
If Shui's father shares that ability, that explains what you know he's doing in the church place.
It also means that Sumi's probably still alive somewhere if he can use her spark.
Yeah. Then you guys can hear that music box. If Shui thinks that she has it, then it's probably true.
Seems like it. Seems like we might be getting into a real big family reunion for Shui.
Hope he's ready.
Well, we're ready. Hope she's easier to convince to come to our side than Shunkai's standoffishness.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll solve it.
Yeah, it'll work out.
Back to Shui.
Back to me.
Back to the Shui show.
But for some reason, I'm starting to remember things.
Well, it's not a perfect spark. Things come back eventually. So I'm getting bits and pieces of it because I've been down here long enough. Like, I know we had a plan. So that's a start.
Ibishu, who's asleep inside me, he says he can give me my memories back if I help him. Do you think my mom's spark only affected me and not Ibishu?
Considering that gods are affected by sparks, I think it would make sense then. Maybe you split for some reason in order to hang on to those.
I can't ask Ibishu. He's not talking to me.
Sorry. Not much I could do about that.
But you will help us, right? Get through the cave?
I mean, I've been trapped here for ages. Thanks to you all, I managed to, at the very least, get rid of the thing that was making it impossible for me to get out. For the moment. Let's not stick around too long. Don't want that to respawn. And while I am anxious to get out of here, you all seem like you want my help at least, so I can repay the favor.
Shui nods his head, and he's just like, we should probably get going then, right? Right?
Right.
If people are ready.
I think I'm all back up on my juice. I think I'm ready to go.
You hear Essence pipe up, I'm ready. And then Miffy looks to her and is like,
Oh, you need a minute, Essence?
What? No, I'm ready. Her and Miffy like grab hands and like start celebrating. Like,
Hey, it's finally over.
it's finally over.
Congratulations.
And then she turns and looks to Melrin and is like, you are so pretty. I'm so sorry I called you ugly so many times. And Melrin laughs and she's just like, oh, so you really were paying that forward.
Yeah, that tracks.
She chuckles as Essence and Miffy give each other like celebratory hug for a moment before Miffy remembers that he's not sure how he feels about her and pulls away. He's like, yay.
I think we should be good to go.
All right. Which way do you all want to go, left or right? It won't matter which way we came from, they'll change every time.
Well, I always used to say, right way is the right way. Let's go.
I don't think that's true, but alright.
He marches confidently, even though he just knows he chose at random.
There's a Kraken.
I told you it was the right. Oh shit!
3 Krakens!
A whole posse of Krakens!
That's what you call a group of Kraken, a posse. A posse of
A
Kraken.
posse. Who wants to roll a d20 for me?
It should be Jay.
Yeah, let Jay do it.
Yeah, don't fuck it up, Jay. Natural
20.
20!
Oh, shit. Do you re-roll again if you get a nat 20? Or
This better be like the room where we gain 3 levels or some shit.
Whoa, it's the ending credits! We reached the end of the game!
The game's over! Wow, we did it, guys!
You appear here. On the ruined docks of Greenflower.
Awesome.
Can we go back?
Radical.
This seems familiar.
Yeah,
Wait, this is Greenflower!
it sure is.
You see a giant crater. I'm so sorry.
We seem to be ending up in a lot of places we've been to before.
Do you want to roll a history check, Shui?
I do's.
I mean, they said it connects all over the place, so it makes sense.
We've been a lot of places now.
14. 12 plus 2, 14.
Looking around, this is the same dock from that brief memory that you recalled where Fisk vanished.
Wait, this dock? This dock is... Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
This dock is where... This dock is where I pushed Fisk into the water.
Let's get on out of here then, maybe.
Yeah, we
You
don't
need
have to stay any longer.
Yeah, we don't gotta stick around here. Doesn't seem like there's nothing important around here. Right? Yeah, just a big old hole in the ground. Let's get the hell out of here.
He looks around and he's just like, I should accept this. I should accept that I did it. He's like, you know, taking another deep breath and just is like looking at the water.
I wouldn't say that it was you who did it, Shui. I mean, you have to accept that it happened, but you don't have to take the blame.
He shakes his head kind of, and he's like, Ibishu and I, we're the same. And I think at some point we're going to be whole again. So I have to accept the things that Ibishu's done, just like he accepts the things I've done.
I don't think blaming yourself helps. The past is in the past now. You just have to learn how to do good things in the future. The best you can do is learn from the past.
He came so far. Like in the beginning, he could have been like, Brandy killed 1,000 people. Fuck him. Like in the past.
It's easier to accept that Shui killed one person versus...
And it was kind of not Shui also.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I see the ghost ship off in the distance?
It is really foggy out today. There is like a light trickle of like frosty rain as we're starting to get closer to spring. But you do see a very, very faint in the distance. You see the glow of the ship.
Shui, you know, is just looking at the water out in the distance and stuff, and he's like, hey, wait, I think I see Forrest's ship way out there.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Huh, would you look at that?
9 whistles and looks away. Well, back to the caverns, right?
Alrighty. I mean, yeah, as nice as it would be to catch up and see how they're doing, we're kind of in the middle of everything. And plus, we're kind of swimming in siren-infested waters from what I remember, so we might not want to stick around here very, very long.
Yeah, gets back in the water.
Let's head on back.
Whee!
Time for a d20.
Whoa.
It should be Shui.
It should be Shui.
10.
Whoa.
You go back to the empty room you were just in.
That's... Yeah. Shui's like, wait, we were here already.
Ah,
I thought they changed every time.
it should.
Guess we gotta go left. As I've always heard, left is always right, so...
I guess so.
Theo laughs at Brandy's bad joke.
8.
I don't have 2 maps for this. It's another small room, so you enter into a similar-sized room.
Okay, so I'm gonna...
That
hold
is
on.
slightly different.
So left and right were wrong.
No. See, so now we're in this room, here.
It is different. It's just about the same size.
And now we're in this room, and now we keep going this way, and we keep going.
It'll turn out all right.
It'll be fine.
We wouldn't like go in circles or
We're
something.
not just gonna
right?
go in circles.
If we go through enough small rooms, we'll get somewhere eventually.
If we just keep going left, eventually.
Listen, left is always right. We did get to a new room. It just looks incredibly similar to the last one we were in. But it is different. Left is right. We got this. It's fine. Left we go.
Who wants to roll?
Theo this time.
12.
Oh my god. Is it another small room?
It is. It's another small room.
Oh my god. See, we're making progress. Look, this one's a little different than the last one. We are moving through places.
We'll go somewhere notable soon enough. It's better than being ambushed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Melrin's like, I'm enjoying the break, I guess.
Exactly. It's a nice trick. See, we could have been moving this whole time while taking our break as well. We could have been fine if this just keeps up.
Who wants to roll?
Avayath, back to you. You go.
Yeah, back to the top of the order.
10. You in another small room.
Whoa, it's another small room.
This one seems a little familiar.
Yeah, this one looks a little
This
familiar.
one's familiar, yeah.
But not too familiar.
Okay, after this, if you've already landed on a room, I'm gonna count down from the numbers that are left.
Okay. Here we go.
16, and it's a new one. Yay!
Yay!
A new small room.
It's the name of this session, A Small Room.
You enter into this new room, and as you are going, it feels like you're going a little bit against a current. The water is getting shallower. And as you all raise your heads, you can see, staring directly at you, 2 giant plesiosaurs.
Oh!
What are those?
the fuck are those things? They're like big fish or something.
They look like turtles without shells.
Let's roll initiative.
Oh.
Small rooms don't seem so bad anymore.
They look like angry turtles without shells.
They are very clearly aggressive. So
Do you think they're friendly?
you notice as you're looking at them, they don't seem quite right. They have kind of like this odd glow coming off of them, this greenish glow, and these blackened eyes, and you can see bits of their bone coming through their skin.
Undead.
Shui, it's your turn.
What should I attack?
It looks like they're going to come after us. Most creatures in this cavern are very hostile.
Okay. She's gonna attack one then.
Also, this is a pretty small room. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
He's gonna attack the red one with his beast blade. 28.
28, that does hit.
And for damages, I do 44 plus 15, and then I'm also gonna use one of my sword flourishes, defensive flourish, to add to my AC, just in case they try to bite my ass. 20 lightning damage, and then attack 2.
You got them when they were like up on land, so they're not in their element right now, which is good.
Ah.
So they're like flopping.
Flops. 26 to hit.
26, yep.
Okay, and I attack again. Oh, and I add 5 to my AC. 19 lightning.
Gotcha. As you go up and smack the fucking shit out of it with lightning and then go back into the water, you see it just cough up like a bunch of like greenish, blackish blood from its mouth.
Ew.
Theo, it's your turn.
Okay, so first shot. Damn.
Whoa.
I'm glad that I had advantage.
That's a nice ass modifier you got there.
It really is. It really is. So yeah, that's 21 to hit. We'll say the blue one.
It is literally impossible for Theo to miss unless he nat ones.
Oh my goodness. Alright, good to know. So yeah, normal damage would be Dang, 14.
Jesus Christ.
When a poisoned arrow hits a creature, it's plus 2d4 poison damage, so plus 3. And then sneak attack is 4d6. God, 4d6.
So it explodes on this round. Oh my
What the
fucking god!
Shit!
Almost max
God
damage.
damn.
One
God,
off from
that's
maximum
3
damage.
6s and
Theo
1
is
5.
a beast.
That's 40 damage in your first attack.
In my first attack. So how's it
That one
looking?
is also now bloodied. It was like trying to roll over onto its side to get towards you, towards the water. And as it did so, it like opened up its stomach to you, and you just shot it right in the stomach.
And now I'm gonna shoot his stomach again.
It's like doing that thing turtles do, trying to rotate back onto its...
Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna shoot again. 22 to hit, and
Oh my god.
normal
So
da-
almost maximum damage again.
Yeah.
13.
normal damage is 13, and then poison is, and this is without the hunter's mark.
Yep, sure is.
6.
Another 6, so that's 19. Don't you also get that Colossus Slayer because it's damage now?
I think so. Colossus Slayer, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, extra 1d8 damage if it's below hit point max.
And it sure is after that fucking 40 damage
So-
you dealt to it.
So yeah, I'll do another 1d8. 1.
So 20, an even 20.
It is so close to being dead.
Theo gets 2 shots off and is like,
God damn.
stronger hits than I thought. Yeah, these poison arrows are pretty good.
Way to light him up.
9 elbows you, and it's like much easier than the Kraken, right?
Yeah. God
Yeah.
damn.
And that is Theo's turn.
Just to clean up after Theo, Brandy will shoot an Eldritch Blast at that one. For 22.
Yep.
Okay. 11.
Yep, it's dead. It is gonzo.
Finishing up my shots.
Blech. That's the sound it makes as its internal organs bleed out through its mouth.
Wow. Awesome.
Blech. Nine's like, don't feel too bad. They'll be alive again in a few hours. Like,
No, I don't. And then he'll shoot 2 at the natural 20 on the red.
Okay.
And then a 16 on the second. Oh, I still have one more. I forgot we're level 17. I have one more. I have 4 Eldritch Blasts now.
you want to just demolish this thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna destroy him.
Everyone needs the moral boost after the Kraken fight to show that you guys are, in fact, very high level.
True. So these are the non-natural 20 ones. 22 force damage.
Gotcha.
And then for the natural 21, so it'll be 11 additional force damage.
Gotcha. That is enough.
Yeah.
It is also dead. Bleh.
Amazing.
Bone voyage. Because you can see the little bone sticking out of their head as a callback.
It
Yeah.
is a callback.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so done. Last time you made those jokes, I was dying.
But now it's funny because you're not. There we go.
Well, 9 like cracks their back. That was a good one, everyone.
Yeah, good work, team. Good work, team. Yeah, good work, team. We did it.
They were like,
All right.
honest to God, I don't even know how I would have gotten over there with. There's so many of us. They're like looking like through the crowd of people.
We got ourselves a regular old crowd of folks. I mean, you used to do this all the time, right? We're just one short of your old group.
Well, we didn't always travel together. Some people like to pair off.
That's fair.
Who'd you pair with?
Just anyone who wanted to.
Well, 9 is the leader. 9 has to be the head of the group.
That's right. So everyone at some point. That sounds like they're insinuating something, but not like.
Alrighty.
Why do I think it's 4?
They're X's.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to see no one got hurt.
Yeah, that was real easy.
Yeah,
That was a
good
real
work.
nice change of pace.
More of that.
Alrighty. What way do we think we want to go? What side? I mean, left is always right from what I was saying earlier.
We've had a lot of luck with left so far. I honestly do not mind the empty rooms.
Yeah, I mean, me neither.
Shui, can you hear that music anymore?
Oh, you're right. We should follow the sound. He looks at all the directions.
You see, as you're kind of looking around, Shui, conscience comes out from your scarf. They're still about the size of your, like, fist. And they peek up and look around, kind of yawn like they've been sleeping.
Oh, hey, Conscience.
Good morning.
Should we, pets Conscience? Hey, do you hear that music box too?
Uh-huh.
What direction is it coming from?
They look around.
Do you hear that crying?
Crying.
And they swim out from your scarf and start to immediately go straight forward.
Hey, wait up! He says, and he's gonna follow Conscience.
Well, I guess the decision was made for us.
And should I roll? D20 now?
No rolling.
Oh.
You follow Conscience through the caverns, going a couple different directions as they continue to move forward. And as you are going, it kind of starts to get almost like colder. The water feels a bit more frigid in this direction as you are going. And you approach what appears to be almost like some kind of door, and it looks like it's constructed out of bones that's blocking the path ahead.
The crying is coming from beyond this door?
It sounds so sad.
Well, how do we open it? Is there a doorknob?
There isn't. It's kind of like an old, like, almost like what you would see on like an old shack. It's just like what you would have like with a piece of wood, except it's like a big thing of bone that's been like intertwined, so it connects into a door.
He opens the door, whatever direction that is.
And you can see kind of within this cavernous room, it's very big. And you see a few guardians kind of like lingering inside of this room. And they quickly like turn their heads to look towards you. And now that the door has opened, you do hear that crying that Conscience has mentioned, which sounds very familiar to all of you. And you can see kind of like in the back of this area, this giant eel, similar to the one that you have seen in the keep, but it's not small like it was in the keep, with its head kind of resting down on this structure that seems to be forming some kind of bed, also out of bone. And you can see some of the guardians coming up and seem to be like trying to comfort her, and she would just like turns her head away from them, not like snapping at them, but just kind of like in like a leave me alone. And they glide away from her after their attempts fail, although they do continue to try.
Is she bigger than Ibishu and the sea dragon form?
About the same.
It sounds like... And then he looks around the room, and I guess he sees the big-ass eel. And he's like, Mizuni?
And you see her head snap up at that and look towards you, the crying immediately stopping, lightning kind of emanating out from her. What the hell are you all doing here?
Thanks for listening to another episode of Chosen Ones. Arthur and I recently played Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes together on our side channel. You can go watch us try to defuse a bomb in our extra content playlist, or at the link at the top of the description. If you haven't already, make sure to like the episode, leave a comment, and subscribe. And thank you as always to our high-tier patrons, MeltiMoon, Travis, Alyx Solana, EpiAureum, Homunculus Derelictus, Angelic Dragon, Bubby, Zab, Z.Gutz, and Mr. Bakudan. See you soon, fellow Sparks.